Alright, here we go. Part 2 of this headlight conversion. Here's everything I need. Well, don't need that gas cap. That's just while I'm out here and working. I'm going to get that done too. But, stupid son. 9005 and 9006 F16 Auxlight bulbs. A set of junkyard headlights that I refurbed. The metal brackets that I painted. The grill. I just got to remove all of that. There's also a hardware packet I got from LMC Truck, like 18 bucks, well worth it, so you get all the new mounting hardware, so you get a clean new mount. I'm sure I could make what's on the truck work, but cheap insurance if you ask me. So yeah, let's get this thing torn apart. If you look close, you can see exactly why one failed on that side and not this one. This, I'm using actual 3/16 steel to make those tabs. This was some of the tabs that came with. They're thin, 1/8 inch metal maybe, and they're slotted out, but they came with the KC lights. So, yeah, I don't know. Thought I had penetration on it, guess not. But I'm actually tempted right now not to even put those back on, because I've got those Blazer LED light bars sitting in the storage. Those might be going on. I might cut these tabs off. I think there's just enough room from here to here for those two laser light tabs. Might do that. Might not be putting those things back on. They might come back on the truck in some other way, some other form, but the Blazers might be going on, so I might not put them back on. But yeah, let's keep going. This right here is proof that sometimes I know what I'm doing. Those bolts are not factory. These are. Factories are a little 7mm. These are 8mm or whatever SAE size that is. So obviously all the mounting points in there are pretty much free, ready to go. But these little plastic deals here that sit in there, they're worn out over the years and or missing. So I'm glad I did order that pack. That means I'll be able to put a nice fresh set of retainers in there and a nice fresh set of screws to hold it in. But yeah, let's get to it. That's the other thing that kit comes with, is new retention clips like these on the bottom, because they just go into these holes here. And the one in the junkyard, this was busted, this was busted. So yeah, I needed a new grill. But yeah, get new ones of those. It'll snap the new grill in nice and neat. Man, I did not use a lot of watertight stuff when I did this. I guess I've grown up and learned since then. This, I've got LED light bulbs in there, which is good because that's what I want when I go. But you look, to replace these, you don't have to pull the whole grill off. You got screws here. You take those screws out. And those just are your basic twist pull-offs. But at that point, the entire old grill is free. I want that Chevy emblem off, obviously, because I'm going to put it on this new grill. But you can see wide open from side to side, where this one kind of comes in and has a little bit more plastic right there. And it doesn't have that crosshatch grilling inside, so slight difference. Not that big a deal. I'm not going to need those. This grill's just, I don't know, to the trash, I guess, because I don't really need it. But otherwise, they're very similar in shape, just different in style. So that's an interesting part here. So this doesn't have a full plastic like that does there. You see that? Yeah, it has full plastic on there top to bottom, so probably a little bit more stiffer, but this has got all this to stiffen it up. So 6 one way, half dozen the other. I'm sure when they designed it they figured out how they wanted it done. But yeah, there it is. There's the truck. So now all I got to do is remove that, and that. So there's 4 bolts that remove this headlight style assembly, and the new one bolts in here. So there's 2 retainers that go there, and then there's, oh, where is it? From the back side right there. Golly, I got a bolt missing here too. I got so much stuff missing on this truck. I'm not taking it apart and looking for stuff like this. It just bugs me. Oh, it bugs me. But yeah, I'll get her back to shape. And that'd be why that's not working. What the crap? Stuff. Lots of stuff. And it really would probably need a new refresh of the wiring. I did a refresh up here. I'm going to put that whole bank of receptacles for all of these, but yeah, all of those relays, but got to do some work. Yeah, stuff to do. Let's get to it. Now, if you're paying attention, you realize that is not the factory wiring. No, it's not. Once upon a time ago, when my whole headlight system went, I rewired all of it, but used the factory connector. So that's, was it 14 gauge wire that I used? All the way from there to those relays over there. Well, yeah, so I rewired all that, which makes it easier. Low beams are yellow, high beams are white, black is ground. It made it easier for me anyway. It doesn't differentiate like the factory would. But yeah, that comes out. Those are all welded in nuts or something. Yeah, they are. They're welded in nuts for that, but I need to line all that back up and put a bolt in there before I snap the replacement for this end. And then, yeah, there's a nut that goes on the back side of that, which means might be able to get away with it without having to remove that. We'll see. Because basically all I got to do is put the new lights, their bracket. So that bracket's just got to go in place. But yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Now, if you've been following around my adventures enough, you know that kind of rustiness that's all over back here doesn't sit well with me. So yeah, Windex, nice little plastic brush, clean it all up, let it dry off, and you know I'm about to recoat it all. Yeah, all these lights to those KCs, probably just wrap those all up with electrical tape for now, and then on another day I'll come back and redo those other lights. I'm going to tuck these blinkers out of the way. Yeah, the headlights themselves, I'm going to have to wire those into the new brackets. Yeah, we'll let that dry up a second. While I'm doing it, I'll pull out all these old retainer deals. They're slotted side to side, so you got room to adjust your grill back and forth. And you can get your grill situated where you want it before you screw it all in. But yeah, I'm going to get to that. Notice since the last video I greased this and this up, and now the hood pops like it's supposed to. You know, the people that are borrowing my truck, I wish they would just understand that simple thing. I say it to them, but they don't get it. Oh, it's just hard to open. No, grease the crap. If you grease it, it'll do it. Shoot, that's why all the Army vehicles all have a oil and lube schedule to them that the operator is supposed to do on a regular basis, and this will be one of them for this truck. Alright, let's get to it. And you can probably guess what I coated it with. The truck bed liner coating. Out of a rattle can. That's a nice little way to give it a good dark textured black finish. You know, it's not a show area, I just want a little bit of protection back there. That's what she said. And this does, it gives a nice little black texture to it. But yeah, there we go. Let that dry up and then we'll start reassembling. Right, there they are, they're in. That have the retainer clips for them. That has the welded in nut for them. Same position as what the other light bracket used, so that's nice and convenient. This one I had to find bolts for, a bolt and a nut. Scrape through and reach up behind there, move the battery. Wasn't too fun. Same thing over here. Retainer, welded nut, find a nut and bolt. But yeah, they're in. I test fitted too. They actually test fit up nicely. Now I'm just going to start looking at wiring. What I was looking at too, these do direct fit, so I don't have to play with the wiring on these at all. That direct fit right into the new housings. So it's just rewiring this. And so that's all I got to do. And any of the hardware there, I hit it with another spritz of the paint. Notice I got the retainers in, so those are in. I didn't mess with those ones, left them there. They're still in decent enough shape, they should hold. But yeah, making progress. I'll have this thing buttoned up in just a bit. This is your first time ever looking at the Auxbeam bulbs. Here's what they are. You notice they have a significant base to them. They have a chip each side, supposed to go parallel to the ground like that. But this little fan base here has a nice little fan. It has a controller. And that all will hook into this piece here. But notice back here, we got all of this in the way, so I am going to have to trim a bunch of that back to make it fit in there. Can't mess with this though, because that's the retention clip, so it's just got to cut a little bit of that out and pull the jigsaw out. This one should be okay. Looks like it'll fit without having to trim anything. Find the right orientation, seems to be like that. Or is it this? Oh wow, I hadn't seen that before. It looks like you could take that off to replace the fan motor if you had to. I don't need to do that, so let's screw that back on tight. But yeah, so I'm going to have to trim this. Now to get this off, once you've pulled this out of the truck, if you're just replacing regular bulbs, you get some 10mm nut there, here, and then down in, my hand's totally in the way, but they're down here and here. So 4 of these have to come off so you can get to the actual housing itself. So I'm going to pull those apart. Let's put this away. Put that out of the way, stick it back in its box. I'm kind of forgetting which one's high beam, which one's low beam. I don't know if it really matters. We'll find out. Depends on which one fits where, but yeah, I'm going to tear this apart. Alright, let's get going. Now here's an oddball one. I got those 2 in, no problem. But over here, it doesn't want to go in, so I had to file the rim of it and inside the actual hole. Using a couple small files. I need to put that O-ring back on. But yeah, I had to file it down to actually make it fit in there. Hope it still has a relatively watertight, because it doesn't matter since this drains right here anyhow. But yeah, we'll get it to sit tight. Alright, it's in. Man, was that a bugger though, but that's in tight and it's gonna stay. I like how these have on and off on the back of them to tell you exactly which way you're supposed to rotate. That is in there nice and tight. That one in there too. That one has a lot more room. Goes freely. That one's kind of, yeah. So there they are. Control modules. I believe I got them hooked up. Green wire for, I forget which one's which. I think that's low beams for green. I had to look in my manual. I'm pretty sure I have a manual for this truck somewhere. And if not, it's the standard GM one, which, yeah, I forget now. I'm gonna have to look. So there we go, all reassembled. All I had to do is a relief cut here and up here. Just removed 2 tabs of plastic and it fits neatly. So yeah, if you're doing this on a Blazer that's already got this headlight sight, just realize you're going to have to disassemble this notch there, remove that plastic there. As you can see, basically I removed all of this plastic and a little bit of this plastic. And I'll do that on this one next, put it all back together. Can't find my manual, so I don't remember exactly which one's positive, which one's high beam, which one's low beam, but what I did in here, I should be able to figure it out. Back trace there, because I went from where it came out of the cab to where it had a connection, and after I cut that connection out, I went straight into my switch legs for my high beam and low beams, and obviously I got those marked, and then they're color coded besides that, so it's pretty easy. So I'll just trace back there, and that'll help me remember which one's high, which one's low, make sure I wire it correctly. But yeah, I'm gonna cut that one out, reassemble it, and then I should be wiring, and then put it back together. So next time you see this, I don't think there's anything else to show you. I'm just gonna do that and put it all back together. I guess there'd be some that would appreciate me doing this, but you notice, yeah, with my rewire I had white for high beam, yellow for low beam, and then black was ground. So with these, since you're going from one socket to 2, just tap the grounds together into the one ground. I did look and found out that yes, tan is low beam, green is high beam. So I've got all that tapped in with some nice waterproof connectors. Going to the factory weather pack connectors. So if ever I want to ditch these, which I doubt, then I can go back to regular bulbs. I got more than enough length here. Probably find some way to take those controllers and zip tie them in here somehow, somewhere. But yeah, there's what the wiring looks like. Tan is low beam, green is high beam, and so that's what I've done with the wiring replacement that I did on this truck. I'm always amazed. I mean, that's 22 gauge wire, and I've done like 14 or 16 gauge wire here. It just kills me. The factory uses bare minimum standard all the way through. Which my whole thought when I redid that was to go a higher gauge wire just so I could get more power to the light bulbs. But I don't know. I use 22 gauge. With these, it's LEDs, so it's not going to be much of an issue. So yeah, that's the wiring. You just got to rinse and repeat and do the other side. And remember to put your clips back in here and here, so that when you put your rods in through that hole, and then you get clearance for it right here, and that's what clamps everything in through here, and that holds that whole assembly in there. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get this one bolted in, wire that one up, and then we'll see how this thing works. It better work. Alright, a couple hours later, here it is. It's all done. You can see LEDs work. If I shut up, you can hear the fans running on them. Man, I think that's a much cleaner looking grill on this truck. Much cleaner looking. So low beams are the top half, high beams are the bottom half. I still got to shoot at night and see what kind of light pattern. But you can see there, the light comes through that tenting just fine. I still have those driving lights there and there hooked up through the... Oh wow, looks like I got one LED out on that turn signal. But yeah, it's all in there. It's sitting good. And I like the look of it a lot better than the old grill, and a lot better than the old headlights. Let's just see tonight when it's dark if I like how well it puts light out in front of the truck. We'll see. I'm not going to make separate videos on the other things I did. I switched out that gas door. And actually, if you're closely looking enough, this is a Suburban gas door, which means you can do that. And I like that a lot better. Because the ones that came with the truck would have had a leash and a little hook to hang that leash onto. But no, I like this idea, to be able to hang up your cap so you don't lose it. Should be rubber bumpers there, but I didn't pull any. I may have. Then I can say goodbye to that stupid little wooden D handle. We can throw that away because, boom, new armrest installed. Something I haven't had in over a decade. Man, that's nice to have that again. And it's the same exact color and everything. Doing this and pulling it apart, I realized I got all kinds of, you know, if you had power windows and stuff, the switches would be in here, so I could put some switches in there if I wanted to, but no, I still got two blank panels right here for switches. And that's my fan switch, and those are light switches. But yeah, alright, I'll shut off the video right here and then come back when it's dark, and we'll see if I got the headlights aimed correctly. I kind of just did them by eyeball right here. We'll see how much I need to go up or down. I might need to go down, I'm not sure. I freaking cracked this one, the housing for it, just trying to put those stupid retention pins back in. Pain in the butt. The hood release line goes right there, right in the wrong spot for it too. If I just felt like it, I'd have taken it apart a little bit more, but whole new set of those headlight housings is 65 bucks from our friends at Amazon. So I might do that someday. For comparison's sake, shoot, sun's hitting right there, shadowing across the truck, but for comparison's sake, there's what the old one is, sitting on the hood, and the new one sitting in the truck. And you notice it allows a lot more airflow. Though, for the radiators, there is a little air dam right about here, and then right about here. Not sure how well that shows up at night. I'll tell you, I like the light out front a lot better from what it used to be. And I realize I didn't do a before with the old lights, but trust me, old lights were worthless. And I've got the the additional driving lights turned off right now. I just yanked the relay out of them, so this is just the Auxbeam F16s on this, and this is what they look like from the cab. I'll hop out and show you what they look like outside. So there it is outside the truck, and yeah, I do have a slightly out marker LED. You can't see it from here probably, but yeah, that's pretty good and bright improvement. And what I like is, yeah, even with that tent on, these things come in, so I must have done just right amount. They come in nice and bright. Of course, I'm realizing as I'm adjusting the lights and aiming them down here, that little side marker's out. I gotta get back in there and reset that bulb, because I know the bulb's good. It's an LED bulb, it's fine. And that's what it should look like there. You notice it's off, which means I gotta pull that headlight back out. I'll do that sometime tomorrow. Reseat that thing, get it working again. So I have all my markers. Like I said, I got the ones on the side here, and you know, I can probably demonstrate that here for a second. As you can see, there's what it should be: side, front, fender. Let me hop in here. LED bulbs inside, obviously I've done that. Turn on the blinker, and there it is. So that blinks. Yeah, I got nice indicators. Can't say you didn't see me turning. I do like that. I like how that turned out. At the tent I was worried it was going to be a little bit too dark, but Auxbeam can obviously more than overpower it. That's quite the update for this truck. But yeah, we'll cut it off right here. Kind of what I see down the road with it now. A lot better light. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next project.